Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. Are we live? Is this thing on? Are we live? Is this thing on? Pineapples. We're queued up in the drafters main 5 out of 12. Let's catch up on a very busy weekend in the NFL. And we got news today. So we'll lead off with the new contract extension for Garrett Wilson. Average of $32.5 million per year. That is the 5th highest for a wide receiver. Will be under contract for the next 6 seasons. He's the first Jets first-round pick to be extended after his 3rd season under new rookie wage scale. He's the 9th highest APY. I don't know what the hell that means, Shefty. But yeah, that's significant. $90 million is huge, guaranteed. 13.75 guaranteed for Garrett Wilson. That's monstrous. In other news, on the pup, Mike Williams for the Los Angeles Chargers will be on the pup. So that's not great. And then on top of that, Trey Harris still does not have a contract dealt. So that's another second-round wide receiver or second-round player in the last 2 years that hasn't gotten a contract. Quinshon Judkins doesn't have a contract. He's been holding out. And apparently he's been taking it out on his significant other. The reports came out that he severely battered his partner, his girlfriend, and the parents, the in-laws, or whatever, the parents of the accuser pressed charges against him. It is a misdemeanor. Once again, in America, everybody's innocent until proven otherwise. But that's pretty much catching you guys up on everything that happened. Ndamukong Kung Su just retired, so Aaron Rodgers is smiling ear to ear. But yeah, let's catch up with the chat. Then we'll tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing it and how you could do it too. And I got a story, and I'm very terrified to tell this story because I might get canceled. I generally might get canceled, but I'm going to do it anyways. Sleez with the first friendly reminder. So shout out to Jonathan Cole. Thank you for swinging by. He says friendly reminder. Goff had 35%. I don't know what he wanted to say Goff because he's a Lions fan. Goff had 35% spike week and 12% nuke week last season. It was a hell of a year last year. Pineapples means queue up in the drafters main. What's up, Dynasty Fantasy Football Helper? Good to see you, brother. Love when you get to tune into a live, man. Thanks for swinging by, brother. Chef says, sup, you all you amazing, beautiful people. What's up with you, Chef? Good to see you, brother. I'm telling you right now, guys, the haze outside, like these forest fires, it's got me feeling a little woozy. So I just ate some candy to feel a little bit better. We got our vitamin water and some H2O. We're gonna truck along and power through. Sleez, aka 4 QBs rate. Yeah, but like he didn't realize that Goff and Matt Stafford had the same bye. Updog, shout out to you, man. You called Dylan Sampson. Dylan Sampson's already a smash call, man. It's already an incredible call. I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad that I was already high on Dylan Sampson, and I was all in on Dylan Sampson, and I'm glad that I continue to be high on Dylan Sampson. Disco, shout out to SM Army. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for swinging by. Dynasty Fantasy Football Helper says APY is average per year question. That's why you're not just the Dynasty Football Helper, you're the live stream football helper, and we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate everything you do. God bless you, man. Rabona King says, after the contract makes you think, how were people allowing him to go in the 3rd round? Because, I mean, contract aside, like we've seen a lot of terrible players sign really, really big contracts. Now, I'm not saying that he's terrible by any means, but I'm just saying the volume and the production don't add up. They don't add up, and something's got to give. So either he outperforms his ADP significantly this year and finally has his breakout, and Aaron Rodgers is a bad quarterback, and obviously he dealt with terrible quarterback scenarios and situations years prior, or he's a jag. He's just a guy. Say Garrett Wilson 3 times and Sleez Bomb appears. Happy Monday, brother. Carpe that diem. I love Mondays. I genuinely love Mondays. It's like, how can I get better this week? I love Mondays. Good to see you, Brian. Show us those Dylan Sampson bags. All right. Player exposures.
Hey, tell me after, babe.
Let's just pull up the main. All right. And then can you guys see it through here? Right here. 23%, 15 total. It's good. I'm happy with it. What's that?
That's what Disco bought me.
What I bought? What do you mean? What I bought you?
Yeah, what your pick'em ticket bought me.
Oh, I'm like, fuck, I didn't buy you shit. I'm like fucking hemorrhaging money left, right, and center. I didn't buy you shit, man. I'm glad that you turned your pick'em ticket into something awesome. All right, we got a lobby, and shocker, Mount Mutombo made it in here with us, guys. Uh-oh. Give me one of those days. We got Latomsky at the 101, Uncle Ruggs at the 102. Shout out to Nick. Yours truly at the 103. Dad ATL at the 108, Terry Rice at the 109, Sleez at the 110, and Mount Mutombo at the 112. Thank you for giving me a hell of a lot of alerts to look at. Do you know the other second rounder that signed is? I know Higgins has. Haven't looked up the other. Do you think everyone signs? It's such a weird scenario, man. It really is such a weird scenario. I couldn't tell you. 30 of the 32 second rounders drafted this year have not signed due to changes in guaranteed money, which is ridiculous. That is pretty wild. Squints, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. What's up, Dustin Stone? How you doing, man? How you doing? And I see the baseball in here. Man, another huge pick'em ticket we missed by literally one leg and one out in that leg. What the hell is that? Is that like a kink thing?
$300 pickleball rattle. But
I bought you that?
It was on sale for $100 off on Prime Day.
Nice.
This is what the pick'em ticket got. That's why you subscribe.
Nice. I'm glad that did. SM Army has 13%. Samson, let's go. Wilson is definitely not a jag. He and Rodgers didn't have good chemistry, and Rodgers just hyper targeted Adams in the second half of the season once he arrived. I don't disagree. Static Tail says Mount Mutombo, what's up, sir? There he is. BKKG Brip3 says, sup, bro. That's Mount Mutombo drafting at the 112. Good to see you, man. I hope you're having a good day. All right. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. How high does Omarion Hampton climb, and what's the line when he's too expensive? I don't think he climbs much. I think, like, if Najee's going to miss time, anywhere in the third would be a very rational ADP to draft Omarion Hampton if it's confirmed that Najee Harris is out.
Sexy. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
You're good. You're good. Yeah. So if Najee Harris is confirmed to be out, then yeah, he's definitely should be anywhere in the third. Should be a very rational pick to take him off the board there. Honestly, I'm just not going to fucking wait. I'm just going to take BTJ because you guys just want to allow it. And if Najee's fine, I still anticipate that like Hampton should go somewhere in the fourth round. I think he's going to be very productive, and the touchdown upside is definitely going to be there with him. So I'm in on Hampton. I like Hampton. I'm also in on Najee. I like Najee, right? I haven't seen one go up significantly, and I haven't seen one go down significantly. So I'm invested in both of them relatively. I hope that answers your question. What about you, Sleez? How high does Omarion Hampton climb, and what's the line, and when is he too expensive?
Omarion Hampton, I don't think he's going to climb much if Najee's back. I think he's going to stay at the same spot.
Makes sense.
But I'm also worried about, when they say, could be ready for week one,
Yeah.
Expected to be ready is always dangerous.
Yeah, this is also true. Who Hames with the Who raid? Who Hames, I shot you a DM, buddy. I explained the entire scenario and situation to you, just based off of the conversation we had earlier. So hopefully that clears the air. Sorry for any confusion, all right, buddy? And good to see you guys. Make sure you guys smash my guys. Who Hames a sub? Make sure you guys smash my guys. Sleaze Bomb a sub. Please and thank you. It's free, costs you nothing. We got 96 people watching us on X. Hello. Das vidanie, привет. How do you do? come over to Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. It is #1 YouTube channel. Not really quantifying anything that would stipulate we are #1 in any factor or category for whatsoever reason. But we like to say we are #1. Going out of business, good for business. Very good. Come to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like, smash a subscription. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a heck of a lot. Hello, Husgot. Husgot, how do you do, my friending? How you doing, buddy? How many best ball do you guys have left? A lot. A lot. All of them. My prediction is for G Willie. This is No Cap Mac. Shout out to No Cap Mac, by the way. This is my prediction for G Willie style this season is 102 receptions for 1120 yards and 7 TDs. That's a phenomenal season if that smashes. He's climbing. I haven't done a draft since I did a mini yesterday, and I don't remember or recall where he went. And yes, I knew the situation on Sleez's 4 QB builds. Just give him a hard time. Heard. Yep. I think Trey Harris moves to the X, and then QJ moves to the Z, so Lad can play out. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the Mike Williams situation, I was like, he would be a nice start throw, but starting off, the season on the pup isn't ideal. But yeah, he's kind of dead at this point. Good call, Dennis. Super good Russian accent. My friends and I all talked in Russian accents for years because we determined Russians is scarce. But pretty much to have a good Russian accent, you have to sound like a DJ mixing. That's how to be a good one. Sleez and BDE YouTube channels are tied for #1 in my heart. You're tied for you're not tied. You are #1 in my heart. God bless you. I love you, buddy. All right. Well, I guess No Cap Mac convinced me to take No Cap Mac and nobody else. Nobody else. Not even anybody else on the stream. No Cap Mac was the person who convinced me to take Garrett Wilson here with my second pick. Sleez and BDE, we got that one. Greg Land over on Twitter. Come over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. He says, "Sup, fellas?" Huame says, "I'm smashing Hampton after pick 40 almost every time I can." Pause. Serious pause. But yeah, I agree. I don't disagree whatsoever. Hussein says, "Isn't there a limit on best ball?" Yes. You get 150 lineups for each contest. But so far, there's 3 contests, and I got 150 in the first contest. I plan on getting 150 in this one, 150 in the other contest. Let's get weird. 150 in the other Drafters $3 mini, and then I'm going to do 150 on the Superflex whenever that comes up. Now, before I tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing it and how you can do it too, and I tell you guys a story that should get me canceled, I got to tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing it and how you can do it too. Okay, this is not a mock draft. This is a real money draft with real money implications. How much real money are you talking about here, Sleez?
$2.5 million and $500,000 to first. Life-changing money.
Hell yeah, $2.5 million in total prizes. $500,000 goes to first. It's total points format. Most points win. It's best ball weekly scoring from weeks 1 to 17. 12 teams draft. There's a fast and slow $20 entry. You get to max out with 150 lineups. There's also the Drafters second mini. This is the second mini they've dropped so far because the first one filled so fast. It's a $3 entry, and this is why it filled so fast. It's a $3 entry, and you could win $25,000 for placing first in this tournament. There's $125,000 that could be redistributed to other placements. It is best ball format, which in my humble opinion is the most convenient way for your draft. You have 20 rounds to build your rosters for depth. Each week you start the following positions: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances will be applied to your weekly matchups. No more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that fucking garbage. What do we do with that garbage, Sleez?
We get that garbage out of here like Javonte Williams.
Hell, like Quinshawn Judkins exposure. You literally just draft it and forget it unless you're winning a life-changing amount of money. So sign up today on Drafters Fantasy using promo code DISCO to double your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100 Rooskies. And there's also our premium Discord, and I know some people need access to it. It is called The Guys. This is a partnership between Sleazebomb and I. We have 3 tiers where you get a heck of a lot of help. There's the Embark tier, Hero tier, and obviously the GOAT tier. You get access to Trade Talk. You get access to us. If you schedule ahead of time, you get access to us literally drafting with you and assisting with you. You get in-season pick-em ticket locks because, I mean, Sleez just bought, how much did that paddle board thing, what is it called?
$5 on sale for $195.
What is it called?
The Jula Spin Paddle.
Yeah. Yeah. So he did a baseball pick'em ticket that 35x his dollars, and he bought something new, and we could do that for you for a very low price of $20 a month on the guy's Patreon.
I can't wait for football.
SM Army says Hampton will be drafted before Brees soon, in my opinion. If there is definitive, fudge, this Doc's McMuffin.
He took 3 backs. His first draft too.
All right, let's just keep going with the wide receivers.
What do you think about the ones he started over here? Possibility at all being number 1 at their position?
I wouldn't draft George Kittle that early. Oh no, you took him right around ADP. If it's not Trey McBride, I don't want it in the first 7 rounds. Like Sam Laporte is somebody I'd consider.
Dude, there's a world where Kittle's tied in 1.
I don't disagree with you whatsoever, especially with the Juwan Jennings news, him wanting to either hold out or be traded or get a new contract. That's not ideal for him. All right, we're on the clock again. Let's see what Uncle Ruggs does. There goes Kamara. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are just going to keep smashing all the running backs right now, I know there's going to be later running back value. So I'll just keep taking the most important position right now and try to make do.
Your wide receiver room is lit.
Huh?
Your wide receiver room is lit.
Absolutely. Like I think this draft I can finish with like 6, 7 wide receivers and be okay. Statty says sure is, but Kittle is gone at the 4-5 turn plenty. Tough to take him in the 3rd. Yeah, but it is a unique roster construction. It's a unique build. Like we see a lot of ones go with like 1 builds. And when we say 1 builds, it only means that like you get 1 at every single position. I recommend it at the back end around the bend of the draft. I haven't seen a 1s build with George Kittle where he's currently going and Josh Allen in the 4th. So I think the Josh Allen and Kittle value is literally just flipped here because that's typically where Josh Allen goes. So I like the start. Stat ATL approved wide receiver room Discord. I appreciate you, Papa. And Billy, I don't know if you saw your phone, but if you want to hop on tomorrow, more than welcome, brother. I'd love to have you on. Sleez, you're welcome to join us. We got 150 people watching us on X. Hello, both on Sleez Bombs X and my X. Come to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash the like, smash the subscription. Means the world to me. Chat, please ask any sort of fantasy football questions. We'd love to answer them. Hold on. I had a guy named Javi. He messaged me and like I feel terrible saying like the only time I could really answer is when I'm live. So yeah, I'm hopefully Javi can come in here so I can answer. And I feel terrible, but like if I'm slammed at work, I got to prioritize work. And best way to get a hold of me and my fantasy football, advice, if it's something that you're interested in, either here live on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel or in the guys. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I mean, I can't answer all the DMs. I have to set some sort of boundaries, right? So is it story time, Sleez?
Story time.
Okay, so like I was hella stimulated on my way driving home. Like it was just a really, really absurd drive home. Really a lot of traffic, the haze from the forest fires, the wildfires. It was pretty awful, man. Just completely miserable across the board. I was not happy. I was not having it. On top of that, you and I, we got on the phone call trying to like figure out the Fantasy Football Expo because none of the information there is very clear. I'm trying to message Bob Lung, and shout out to Bob Lung. He'll be joining us next Thursday doing a drafters draft. If you guys are not familiar with Bob Lung, he is the guy who is responsible for organizing the Fantasy Football Expo, and he should be a Hall of Famer. He's quite the legendary individual and human. So yeah, I'm trying to navigate all that, fighting traffic. We finally get to the grocery store. You're familiar with Shane Gillis, right?
Yeah. What? Tires? Yes.
Okay. Did you see his most recent Netflix special? the one where he did like the Donald Trump and the
Voice?
dog came in and the voice. Okay, so the part where he started talking about people with Down syndromes, and here's where I'm like terrified. I might
His
get canceled.
face. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go into the grocery store, and if you guys recall, Shane Gillis said that people with Down syndrome like two things. They like John Cena and they like titties.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm in there with my wife, and there's this gentleman with Down syndrome. God bless him. All the best to him. Beautiful person, I'm sure. I didn't get to know him, but him and I almost threw down. So he's got a John Cena shirt on, lo and behold, and he's looking at my wife, just eyeing her, like trying to be sleek and discreet, eyeing her while he's pushing his cart ahead of us. And he's doing that the entire time we're in the grocery store. Like, don't get me wrong, my wife's attractive, right? I was so tempted to just like put my arm around my wife and just be like, you can't see me, like do the John Cena thing, but I didn't want to do that. And I'm going to stop with the story before anybody gets offended, because I don't want to offend anybody. I generally don't want to offend anybody. But
hit him with a John Cena.
Like even on the way out, like he's like walking by, and not only is he like looking at my wife, like eyeing her, but he's looking at me and trying to like size me up. And he does this like puffs his chest out and does this like big man walk pushing the cart. I was like, this guy wants to throw down. Anyways, that's my story, guys. I hate my 14% Judkins. Love my 19% Ford. Samson going a full round before Ford is incomprehensive to me. I think it's very comprehensive. But I mean,
I agree.
Listen. You could say whatever you want to say. You could put together and create whatever narratives with whatever statistical analysis you want. At the end of the day, the eye test doesn't lie. And Jerome Ford had a heck of a lot of opportunity behind a decent offensive line. And I don't care how stacked the boxes were. I don't care how efficient he was on such a small sample size. He wasn't good enough. He was not good enough. That's why they brought in another two running backs. Dylan Sampson is one of the more explosive, versatile, dynamic running backs that I had the privilege of analyzing and studying. And Dylan Sampson's an absolute league winner. And not only is it because he's a phenomenal football player, but because Updog says so. And when Updog says something, I listen now. What about you, Sleez?
I mean, I like them both. I just like Jerome Ford better. I mean, I'd rather take the bet on some guy that's proven that he can do it in the NFL to start with already.
I respect it. I almost drafted Judkins there.
And the pass blocking rating and pass catching for Dylan Sampson is not great. Jerome Ford's a way better pass blocker as well.
I mean,
he ranks top 10 in the NFL last year in pass blocking percentage.
Time will tell. I will bet on the young, potentially explosive talent.
Jerome Ford's only 25.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's also not potentially explosive.
I mean, he's 10th in explosive run rate.
Yeah, but on what's the sample size?
Let's see here. Let me pull it up. Of course, it's loading slow.
Because once again, you could skew any analysis into statistical analysis however you want. All right. We're honestly, for pushing running back, we got a decent running back room. We got Joe Mixon, Caleb Johnson, Travis Etienne, Jalen Warren. It would have been nice to have taken Justin Fields there, but I needed running backs, and we got more correlation possibilities here. This is the first time I double Fields and Warren.
Not a lot of touches, 140.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, if we're looking at that sample size, I'd like to see it with more volume on more efficiency, and we didn't see that, right? Thoughts on Josh Downs? I'm hearing a lot of other content creators talking him up. I don't get it. Bad QBs, round one tight end drafted, and Pittman should be full health. So I'm one of those content creators who thinks Josh Downs is going to be a good player this year in fantasy football, but I also think it's absolutely criminal that he's going ahead of Michael Pittman. Sleez, on the other hand, I think you believe that Josh Downs is a league winner and it's legitimized.
I love Josh Downs this year. He was a 26% target share last year, and he's going at like wide receiver 50 this year. It's absolutely crazy. He played the 8th most slot snaps in the NFL. I mean, he's got so many high metrics from where he's being drafted. It's crazy. He only had 5 drops, which was number 6 in the NFL as well. He had the 5th best route win rate versus man, and the 7th best route win rate versus zone.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good season for him last year on a really shitty offense that needed to put up a lot of points, and he was fine. He outperformed his ADP last year. Do I think that he's a good ceiling play in best ball? Yes. Do I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in that room? Absolutely not. I'm betting on Michael Pittman.
I think Pittman's your, Jacoby Myers. I don't think Pittman's going to spike damn near as much as Downs, though.
That's a crazy comp and borderline disrespectful. I know Jacoby Myers has been very, very consistent, very good, but I like an injured Michael Pittman is better than Jacoby Myers. Samson, trust the name. Hell yeah, man. I'm with you. I want to talk to Samson. I want to talk to Bones. Shout out to Bones. Good to see you, baby boy. How you doing? Welcome to the daily life of me. I'm always overstimulated. I got to work on it, but I can relate. Man, it's just traffic. It's traffic, the heat, we got a heat warning today. We had a smoke advisory for being outside, and it's just overstimulated and super irritated, and it just wasn't all the aideds. I was feeling it. All right, we got one stack right there. That was me, Disco. I was too shy to say hello. You're a mountain of a man. That was you? What? Roll on the floor, getting peacocked in a grocery store is. He peacocked the fuck out of me. Judkins, that was you at the grocery store. I was too shy to say hello. Hey, man. Judkins goes to RH Hacks at 103 or 114. Where did he go? Where'd Judkins go? Oh, he did. Latomsky, 97.
I mean, he should fall farther than that, dude.
Yeah, I took a share of Judkins at 91. 10 minutes later, she wants to prosecute. News came out. Yikes.
If you had to guess, and like I said, none of us are lawyers in here, and you punch a woman in the face and hit her 2 more times, if that story holds, how many suspension games is he out this year?
I think he's banned from the NFL for life.
I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not drafting him again.
Who Hims, are you live? If not, do you want to jump on, brother? I always love talking ball with you. Or at 97. Yeah, 97 makes sense. Hello, Disco. Bad Guy is official. Really is a good guy. Good to see you, man. Welcome back, brother. I've missed you. He's been a supporter for this is 3 years in a row now, man. It's always nice to see some of the old faces pop up, man. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Go watch some Samson tape. Dude is patient, explosive, and knows how to break the big play. No cap, Mac. I fucking love you, man. We got to have you on the show soon. If he gets 8 to 12 touches a game, he will pay off big time. 100%. 100%. I agree with you. No cap. Samson is 1 for 1. So they can let 4 go, and he is very explosive. Hell yeah, man. Disco smooth for that. Yeah, smooth. I can't buy Indy. I almost said Indian. I can't buy Indianapolis wide receiver when they throw less than 25 times a game. That's subject to change. Agree on down Sleez. Where's Samson going to go, I wonder?
Najee Harris is 20 past ADP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm considering it. And if Najee Harris falls to me, I'll be done at...
I'm not taking him.
I'll gladly as my 6th. Judkins is not even signed. Nope. I mean, he was holding out, and now it's looking bleak. It's not looking promising. We got the Who crew coming in here, man. Let's go, Who Hames. All right, Who crew. Link is in your DMs.
Crash.
I fucking hope not. I may have a similar experience with Down syndrome guy. As he walked by, I told him
Oh, you fucking Matumbo. Fuck! God.
I'm not going to lie. Like, he's drafting much better today.
He just took Dallas fucking Dalton Kincaid out of the full bill stack. What the fuck are we doing?
That's fine. Get your guys. He's just drafting much better today than he was last time for sure. I may have had a similar experience with a Down syndrome guy, Disco. As he walked by, I told him I scored me a baddie, didn't I? And gave him a high five. He responded with hell. I love that. What's up, Who Hames?
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for swinging by, brother.
Yeah. The Judkins thing's wild. Like, just like for sure. Because you were saying you wanted to hear my take on it.
Yeah.
So like on drafters, I think he's completely like you can't touch him. On underdog kind of stuff with tournament stuff, like
Playoff schedule.
maybe in a playoff format, he's fine-ish, but not anywhere near his ADP, right? Like, no, last year, the Browns' second round pick got suspended for 5 games for something similar, right?
Sorry, I'm just really pissed off. Billy took an unstacked Trevor Lawrence when I was literally just waiting for that. And I have
I got the same thing.
I have Etienne and I have BTJ. And Billy still took the unstacked Trevor Lawrence. Even though he has also elite quarterback Patrick Mahomes. In his books, this is an absolute no-no if anybody else does it. But if he does it, it's a unique build. It's a unique build. Fucking we're gonna have a talk about this tomorrow, Billy. Promise you that. You may proceed.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I was kind of a bull on him. I liked him over Caleb Johnson, like as a prospect and all that. And like the fact he's not even signed, like because none of the rookies are signed or the second rounders, right? So
yeah,
like other Jaden Higgins and one other, I think. There's 2 of them that are signed, but Jaden Higgins is like the only offensive player that's signed. But yeah, I like it's going to be hard for him to negotiate any deal now. Like,
yeah, he's like if they're giving him an offer, he's got to take it with a smile on his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you don't draft him at all anymore. I think he's done.
No, I'm gonna buy the dip for sure. Because what if he's not?
Well, right,
I mean,
like
it depends on back in that room.
It depends on how far he drops. Like if he drops to like 130, and he gets suspended for the 5 games that Brown did last year, even on drafters, like that might be okay.
He didn't hit her in the face though.
We haven't
allegedly
we haven't seen a video yet. It's just a police report at this point. Like I'm not saying that it's a lie, right? But like we have no idea what happened.
All right. Bone says gotta love DSGs, Down syndrome guys. I never heard them referred to as that. Sup Who says up dog. Judkins fucked a quarter of my teams. I'm done. No, listen, it's not over until it's over, man. Have faith. Agreed, Bones. They are always good vibes. 100%. That once again, people with Down syndromes, like Shane Gillis said, love 2 things: titties and John Cena, which is like a hell of a fucking combo, if you ask me. Good to see you, brother. Says T-Law will get backstacked. You know what? Statty Tell, I was backstabbed. That's what happened, man. I wouldn't have done that to you. Uncorrelated. Oh, eat your backstack. 154 nicely. What'd you get at 154? Samson. Nice.
Did you see the mild Trey Harris like good news?
No, talk to me.
I haven't seen if it's for sure yet, but Neil Orfield was saying that Mike Williams got put on PUP already.
He did.
Yeah, so like
shocker.
So that's
I've been told.
like I've been saying the whole time.
Quentin
Johnson. Yeah, Quentin Johnson's a great click because Trey Harris is the direct replacement for Mike Williams. So like maybe like if that's very interesting for Trey Harris. Like I think that's really good for him.
Yeah, I mean, there's a world where all 3 of them could be very valuable. It just means that Ladd McConkey's still going to be the guy, and I love him.
Right? Yeah, true.
Statty Tail says, I try to win every draft. Hate sniping you, but after Love and Stroud went the 2 picks before me, I had to pivot.
Yeah. Stats right. Like that's it. It's also like really bullish for QJ for this year. Like I was saying that I don't think QJ is going to hit 3 wide receiver sets or 2 wide receiver sets and only in 3. Now maybe at least part of the season he's in the 2 wide receiver sets.
I respect it. But yes, you can give me a hard time tomorrow. I got you. I don't need Down syndromes. Nick, shout out to Nick. That's Uncle. I don't need Down syndromes to like titties and John Cena. Facts. That's EJ News. Quentin is a steal at his 80.
The fuck?
Hey, man. Who would have thought our Monday stream would go like this? But I'm here for it. How are you guys feeling about Garrett Wilson's contract? It's a very rich contract. Hopefully, it really pays off because I have him in this draft finally. Who's the backup quarterback for the Jets? Just out of curiosity.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod the guy.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I think I'm done at quarterback with, even though I reached on Aaron Rodgers, I finally have some like Pittsburgh correlation, so I'm okay with that.
You going 3 tight end at the end with late Firemouth?
I'm thinking late Firemouth, or if I could push John in one more round, I'll probably just finish with him.
How much? I told you not to do it. How much late Darnell Washington do you have?
Like two shares.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Are those your own ranks?
No.
Okay.
No, I try not to post my ranks anywhere other than our Patreon. And I try not to post like anything like that other than Patreon or on YouTube. But no, I don't have my own ranks here. I kind of just like scroll through and just filter out the guys who I think are bums and queue up the guys who I think are studs and go from there. Miles Sanders would be a good pick for this build as well. I do need one more running back since.
Oh yeah, Terry, you guys are fucking clown. God damn it!
It's okay, Sleez. Just let it out.
Both my bills just get ripped with no correlation.
So since I have Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren, even though I have a 6 RB build, that's kind of one running back. I should invest in Miles Sanders if he comes back. So it's Jonathan Smith, Miles Sanders. Those are the two guys I'm prioritizing right now on my queue. And they'll probably both be gone by that point. So we'll also be prepared to pivot should that happen. But I'm honestly love this draft. This is a good draft for me. And I think I'm good at quarterback too. Do you think I need a third quarterback in this build, Haynes?
Just Dak and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of talked about that last week. I believe you just kind of need 3 in most builds for total, like maybe for total points. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I do need to look that up. I meant to go look up like the top 20 or 30 teams from last year.
Well, while you do that, did we answer this question for Hussein? How are you feeling about the Garrett Wilson contract, Sleez? Did we answer this?
Well deserved.
Overrated. Haynes, how do you feel about the Garrett Wilson contract?
All right. Overrated. So hang on. Name
I
me
don't-
the 5 wide receivers that have gone 3 years straight with 1,000 yards receiving in the history of the NFL. There's only been 5. Name me the 5, with Garrett Wilson being one of them. Overrated.
So that means that he deserves what he's. That's like saying, okay, Kevin Love averaged like a double-double, almost a triple-triple his first few years with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He deserved all the fucking money because he was the best player on a really shitty team. Like he was the shining light. He was the diamond sprinkled piece of shit on just a mountain of shit, is what you're fucking telling me. Like Garrett Wilson is good at football. Don't get me wrong. But does he deserve top 5 wide receiver money? I don't think he deserves top 5 wide receiver money. Respectfully, there's no world where he deserves top 5 wide receiver money. I could tell you 5 wide receivers off the top of my fucking head that deserve top 5 wide receiver money, and Garrett Wilson is not even in the top 10 of them, respectfully.
So my take is like, if you were to rate like just purely on skill, who the top wide receivers are, like without quarterbacks being involved, any of that, like where skill level wise do you put Garrett Wilson? Is he top 10 to you?
Yeah, he's got to be top 10 to me. Yes.
Like if your answer is yes, then the contract is fine. If your answer is no, it's not fine.
Well, like here's the thing, right? Does he deserve the money? It's not for me to really like question people's pockets and get your money, boo boo. That's it's between him and Jesus, right? For me, what it comes down to is plain and simple. Is he going to give you instant ROI? As a franchise, is going to give you instant ROI as a fantasy football owner? And the answer to me is no. Like he's once again, historically, one of the most targeted wide receivers we've seen historically. And the excuse we've used is terrible, poor quarterback play. It hasn't really translated. We haven't seen it translate. This is the year, right? But I don't think this year's quarterback situation, offensive situation, is an upgrade for Garrett Wilson the way everybody else is, especially, with Aaron Rodgers being gone. I think Garrett Wilson will be fine. I think he could even give you, fair return on investment. Do I think he's a league winner? Probably not. Do I think he's going to be on a lot of league winning lineups? Probably not. And do I think that he's a quarterback away? This is honestly the make or break year for Garrett Wilson, because we've been saying the same thing about Garrett Wilson every fucking year. And yes, he's been productive, but he has not paid the price. Unless it was his rookie year where he was a 17th round pick, he has not, been worth the price of admission.
Okay, so hang on here.
Okay, so let me just ask you a question before you start saying random stats and not putting it together to me. Where did you draft Garrett Wilson last year at ADP?
Right at fair value, right at wide receiver 10, but he finished at?
Where at ADP, what pick did we take Garrett Wilson at in this tournament here?
This one's earlier than last year.
Right around the bend.
Right?
Right around the bend. Yeah.
Last year, I think he was
did you
mid
get
third, fourth?
top 13, 14 production from the player that you invested in at that? I don't care about wide receiver ROI. I don't care about RB ROI. I don't care about QB ROI or tight end ROI. I care about where you drafted him and what you invested on him, and did you get return on investment from that player in the overall board? Yes or no?
Yeah.
The answer is no. You've never gotten that unless it was year one of his rookie season. You have not gotten the fair return on investment from Garrett Wilson.
Where was he drafted last year?
Around the bend. First round. Second round.
Second round?
First and second round, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would put him right at wide receiver 10, where he finished.
He literally ignored everything I just said. I don't care about what he finished as a wide receiver 10, right?
That's your investment. That's your overall finish.
14th overall player.
If you're taken as the 14th overall wide receiver and you finish as wide receiver 10, you returned your investment.
Okay. So there were several players who were taken after him, a la Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Devon Achane, Kyron Williams. They all gave you significant ROI.
Yeah, that's massive.
Okay, not just in the aspect of they gave you positive ROI as running backs. They gave you positive ROI in the fantasy football, just the grand thing, right? I don't want to draft the top 10 wide receiver with the 13th overall pick. I want to draft somebody who's going to give me positive return on investment in the entire field, out of all positions. I want to draft somebody who's giving me the best shot to win. So that's why he wasn't a league winner. That's why he wasn't on a lot of the winning lineups. That's all I'm saying with Garrett Wilson. Do I think he's a top 10 wide receiver? Absolutely. Do I think he's a top 7, 6 talent? Absolutely. 100%. No disagreements. But are you going to get positive return on investment even at the late second, early third, around the bend and at the 2-3 bend? I don't think so.
That's fine. I do.
That's fine. I respect it. All right. Bone says, I wonder if Quentin Johnston learned how to catch the ball this offseason. Honestly, he was a spectacular. He gave you significant ROI last year. Shout out to the Fantasy Advantage. Is that hype? Is that hype from Community First? It must be. Wilson is easily top 10, and when you land a talent like him in real life NFL, you pay them. You know what? Maybe. Yeah. You pay them. If they didn't extend him this year, they wouldn't have had to pay him. True. They did learn from the Jamar Chase situation. He's never been top 10 in any PFF ranks. PFF grades technically. Shout out to AJ Brown, GOAT. Adam's trade kind of seared him. Yeah, but it also shows that he's a Robin.
Did he just say that he hasn't been top 10 in any metrics? Is that what he just said?
He said he's never been top 10 in any PFF ranks.
And what PFF ranks are we talking about?
I don't know.
Apparently any of them.
Because I'll go to battle right now on this fucking nonsense right now.
All right.
Garrett Wilson is top 5, top 10 in so many metrics. He's top 5 in route wins, top 7 in dominator rating, top 3 in juke rate. I mean, top 15 versus man, top 17 versus zone. That's not top 10. Top 5 in receptions. top 7 in red zone targets, which is a PFF rank, top 1 in snap share over 3 years, top number 1 the whole way. What are we talking about here? Number 4 in targets, number 3 in targets over the past 3 years. What PFF metric are we looking at?
Diamond sprinkled Dookie matter. Absolutely, says Who Hames. It's Hype. What's up, Hype? Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I think this is the first time we've seen you in one of these lives. Nihal Nijar. Don't want to get canceled saying that one. I don't know about Garrett Wilson. Sportsbooks have his yards and TDs this season really low. I mean, sometimes people can outperform their projections. They can outperform what the betting lines are significantly.
Jameson Williams at 675 last year and dropped $1,000.
Yeah, I mean it's well within the realm of possibilities. Obviously, I took the bet on Garrett Wilson because No Cap Mac was very convincing in his argument, and it's important to be contrarian in these drafts.
Yeah, skill grades. I mean, come on, skill grades. Look at what they would give Dominic Puny last year. Now Dominic Puny is like a 98. So I mean, come on.
I mean, Matt Harmon is who I go to anything receiver. Reception perception, if anybody doesn't know about that. And he absolutely loves Garrett Wilson.
Smart guy.
77.6% success rate versus man. He won on a lot of the
Dude, he's so nasty to watch on tape. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Matt Harmon is a big fucking crybaby. I'll give it to you like that. And I made him lose full when I told him last year in the offseason Jamar Chase would be the wide receiver 1. And he told me that I was ridiculous. I had no idea what I was talking about. Joe Burrow was hurt. Yada, 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 yada. He had like a full high horse mental breakdown. And I told him to go fuck himself and that he was very uppity. So Matt Harmon's somebody who sure, he can here's the thing. Anybody can put statistical analysis together and create a narrative because at this point it's all theoretical, and I respect and give dignity to everybody's theory. I'm just going to bet like I'm right, and I'm not really betting on Garrett Wilson this year, and I give kudos to Sleez for saying he loves Garrett Wilson. His exposure shows it, right? I think Garrett Wilson will be all right. I think he'll be fine in a 3 wide receiver start. Sure, I'll take some Garrett Wilson hopefully, but yeah.
I'm pretty out on Garrett Wilson at ADP as well. I want some of it because when it hits, it's going to hit in a gigantic way.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's a very big chance that it hits in that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's going to spike, but do we get a positive ROI from him? Remains to be seen. It hasn't been seen since his rookie year. Skill grades, not stats, says Hype. I've been here a few times, man. Just been a little while. Hurt, appreciate you. Wilson will be a target monster 100%. So, Mount Mutombo, who's your team? Who's your favorite team? I'm not a Wilson. I'm not against Wilson at all. I wouldn't say
Mutombo, explain why you took Dalton Kincaid at the turn.
Just pointed that out.
Ingram.
Blanca says my team blows. What's up, boys? Good to see you, JT Best Ball. JT Best Ball is a fantastic follow on the YouTube side, guys. It takes 2 seconds to subscribe. Really great guy. Can't Control Life says, "What's up, cousin? Good to see you, cousin. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're having a good day." Okay, so let's start with Mount Mutombo, get it out of the way, see how he did. His start was way better than the start he had on Friday's stream. If you guys look at the comments on Friday's stream, he thinks his lineup was way better than mine, and he's entitled to his opinion, respectfully. He goes 3-7-7-3, Lamar Jackson, Bryce Young, Sam Darnold. If you're going to go Bryce Young, Sam Darnold, it makes sense to go in a 3-quarterback build. I still personally wouldn't have done it, but I don't hate it. How do you guys feel about the 3-quarterback build here?
When I take Lamar Jackson, I'm not taking 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You invest in your quarterback, you better believe in him.
Even if your quarterback 2 is Bryce Young?
I like Bryce Young as a QB too.
Yeah. What about you, Who?
We'll go over this here in a little bit. I was looking up the top 20 finishes last year from drafters, and because of that. I don't mind it. I'm not going to do it every time, but I don't mind a 3rd quarterback even on an elite team. Especially whenever your capital is so low on the other 2.
Yeah.
Because Bryce Young and Sam Darnold, if that was Dak or something, probably not. But
yeah. So like I think you could get by with a 3 quarterback build here, but I still wouldn't. Like you're betting that Lamar Jackson's going to be, especially with the draft capital you spent on him. And this is not just for you, Mount Matumbo. This is just advice that I'm giving. I could be wrong. I'm a nobody in this industry, but I could be wrong. You're betting that the capital that you spent there, especially like top 4 round pick, you're betting that he's going to be the guy, especially at the onesie position for 16 out of the 17 weeks, right? That's the bet that you're making. So I wouldn't invest much other capital, but if you do invest other capital at the quarterback position and go with a 3 quarterback build, it has to be much later capital like you spent here. You got Bryce Young at a 10 pick discount. You got Darnold at a 9 pick discount. So it's not bad. But running back room, CMC, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Najee Harris, Keaton Mitchell, correlation with Sam Darnold, Kyle Monangai, whom I love, and then Sean Tucker. I don't believe you needed Sean Tucker either, but that's fine. Sleez, how do you feel about the running back room?
I mean, Najee at the discount of 20. I like that. I'm not. I mean, you have 2 of the danger running backs in Pacheco, or 3 of them in CMC, Pacheco, and Connor. They're all the probably most injury-prone, scary running backs. So I would have liked to see, at least one reliable one where you're not scared about it. But if they hold, it's nice.
Yeah. All right. And his wide receiver room is Drake London, DJ Moore, Juan Jennings, Michael Pittman, Marvin Mims, Wandell Robinson, Calvin Austin. I like the names you have here. I don't think you needed a Sean Tucker. I think you needed another wide receiver. I don't think you needed a Sam Darnold or a Bryce Young, one or the other, another wide receiver here just to give you a deeper shot. Tight end is Evan Ingram, Dalton Kincaid, Tyler Higbee. I don't think you, especially with the elite investment you spent and the draft capital you spent here, you didn't need a Tyler Higbee. That should be another wide receiver here. This should be like a 2, 6, 10, 2 build. That's what it should be. So just from roster construction, that's going to knock a few points in my grade. This is B- work though. This is way better than your Friday draft, like significantly better.
His wide receiver room is at least 6 strong, so it's solid.
Yeah, I think week 5 is going to be rough for him with Drake London and DJ Moore, especially no correlation at the wide receiver position. But like,
you need to start correlating at least a little more.
Go ahead.
I agree with what Stat ATL saying, like a 2-5-10-3. Like, so on this specific team, I don't really like the Sam Darnold because you didn't even get a stack with it. Like, I don't mind the 3rd quarterback with an elite if you have a stack going along with it, kind of.
Yeah,
especially at ADP discount. But
in on Wilson, all the targets he can handle, and happy now with big payday. Let's go. What talk to us about the payday, JT Best Ball. Let's go. I think Wilson will have a similar year to DJ Moore had that 1 year with Fields. He'll be kind of boom bust because he's going to score 50 points 1 week. Who did the Bears play when DJ Moore put up 50 points? Your team is much stronger today. My team was spectacular on Friday too, sir. Just putting that out there. Personally, only time I take 3 QBs with Lamar or Allen is if it's Richardson and Daniel Jones in the 18th and 19th round. I have plenty of 2 QB builds. That's fine. To me, 5 RBs would have been fine with his first 5, in my opinion. Agree to disagree. I would have taken 2 more wide receivers. Yeah, 2, 5, 10, 3, respectable. I think 2, 6, 10, 2. Hello says Fly Eagles 39. But yeah, what do you guys grade this draft? I give
DJ Moore's 30-point game was against Carolina.
No,
he had the 50-point game. That was Washington.
It was Washington. Okay, thank you. So do the Jets play Washington this year? No, eh? Who was the defensive coordinator for Washington that year? I'm reaching.
What was his 50-point? 2023?
No.
Yeah, it was like a 49-point game.
2023, 52 against Washington. Not last year. Okay.
I only know that because of Steve Schaup, because he's a Washington fan.
Shout out to Steve. So what do you guys grade this draft?
I'm going B-. I don't like the no correlation. I don't like the 3 quarterback. I don't like the 3rd tight end. You didn't need him.
Yeah. Who hates?
I agree, like, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's a significant improvement from what you did on Friday. So keep getting better, man. Honestly, and keep coming back. We'll keep talking, and I agree. He said, "Hold on, I just fucking damn near crashed everything." He said, "Picking 12 is not a great spot." Honestly, man,
the best.
Picking out the 12, I don't think is the issue here. The issue is like this community is full of sharks, and everybody snipes each other on a frequent basis. And that's what happened. This is a very sharp community. I think you did a good job. This is a good team. Fly Eagles 39, good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a great day. I have not done my gritty drafts today, so every time I see you, I'm always reminded to do my gritty drafts. Shout out to Fly Eagles 39. Thanks for swinging by, brother. All right, Latomsky, are you in here, brother? Nick, are you still in here? Uncle Ruggs, are you still in here? All right, let's look at Terry Rice. I know Terry Rice is in here. He goes 2-6-9-3, Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert. I don't like reaching on Baker. Justin Herbert, I can rationalize reaching on him. I think Justin Herbert's going to be a league winner this year too. I'm so in on Justin Herbert. I don't care about his playoff performances in season. He's spectacular, especially the small sample size we saw just last season alone under Harbaugh. Baker Mayfield, I'm betting on a regression season. Kyron Williams, Chuba, J.K. Dobbins, Javonte, Rashad White, Elijah Mitchell. I love your running back room. Even with J.K. Dobbins, who I don't like, just the roster construction of your running back room is nice. Malik Neighbors, correlation with Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert. Mike Evans correlated with Baker. Jacoby Myers, Emeka Egbuka also correlated with Baker. I understand why you reached on him now. Xavier Legette, Joshua Palmer, Malik Washington, Curtis. I love the Curtis Samuel pick. I love that pick for you. Good pick. Dallas Goedert, Kate Otten, more correlation with Tampa and Jawan Johnson. This is one of the better drafts I've seen you make and do. I like this draft a lot. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think his teardrop at wide receiver is what hurts him, but it's very balanced. And I do not like Goddard as my tight end one.
But where's the teardrop after the first 5?
3.
After he's saying the first 3, but that's your flex spot. Like it's whatever.
Jacoby Myers is the perfect flex. Emeka Egbuka has.
I love Egbuka. I do.
I think Egbuka can
I think he's like
Godwin's
second half winner.
Godwin's not going to play, and if he does, he's not going to play much. Egbuka's going to play a heck of a lot, and I love his first 5. And Xavier Legette, somebody I need to get a little bit more exposure to. I love this draft for him. Honestly, this is an A work. This is an A for me. I'm going to give this an A, even though I don't like you reaching on your quarterbacks. The correlation's perfect. I love the names. I love the talent. It's very good draft. I see nothing wrong with it.
I'll go A- because I don't like Goddard.
Who, Hames?
Yeah, I say an A.
Yeah, this is a good draft. I don't know why he's saying it's a bad draft. I'd hate to see a good draft. Javi, there you are, brother. Thank you for swinging by, man. Javi has a very serious question, guys. He asked me earlier. I couldn't get to it because I was stuck at work, but we're going to double down. We're all going to take a moment to give him the most insightful, well thought answer here. All right. Thanks for swinging by, Javi. He says, full PPR, 12-team league. I got the 102. First pick is taking Saquon. If I was for some reason not to take Jamar Chase, would Bijan and Trey McBride be a good? I think Bijan is a legitimate substitute. I think he's, especially in redraft, Bijan should be your first.
This is not a startup, right? Because Saquon's not going at the 1-1 in a startup.
No, but
and it has to be tied in premium.
It's his. Here's the thing: not a lot, people are just getting to fantasy football. They're just doing their fantasy football study now to prepare for their drafts in August. They haven't been drafting like us since February, right? So people are still going to try to draft Saquon at the 101 in redraft league, and rightfully so. So based off of what he did last year. So I would say, if you're not going to go with Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, he has the safest floor.
Bijan, no matter what.
Yeah, he has such a high ceiling and such a safe floor. I would recommend you go with Bijan here, brother. And then just smash BPA after. And I would definitely wouldn't take Trey McBride in round 1, but Trey McBride would be good in round 2 or 3. If you could get him in round 3 and get an elite wide receiver in round 2, I think you're winning there, buddy. And then let's see what else Javi said here. No, I'm not taking McBride 102. I'm saying Bijan 102 and McBride. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I would love that for you.
Yeah.
I would love that for you. McBride will not be in 3rd round, not at all. Redraft 12-team fantasy league. First pick has played fantasy for 2 years. Okay, yeah. I'm okay with Bijan and then Trey McBride and then try to get, a Jackson Smith and Jigba in round 3. Try to get another good wide receiver. Even sprinkling you can. I wouldn't say push the wide receiver position. I would say try to get, especially if you're at the front, almost go with the ones build. Maybe a Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts down the stretch there. I hope that answers your question, man. Are we all consensus in agreement? Bijan 102, Trey McBride at the 211.
Who's your RB1? Who Hames? Mine's Bijan by I think he destroys fantasy football this year.
Oh yeah, I've been several all over Bijan 101.
Yeah, I in redraft, like you saw me, Sleez, in the
Bijan.
redraft, like I took Bijan. So Bijan, I think, is the safest floor pick that you can possibly make in the round one. And unlike in basketball, you kind of want to go with the safest floor in fantasy football, whose ceiling is just insanely high. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, man. Latomsky says he's here. Sweet. Bone says do not take McBride at the 102. Maybe with your third pick. Yes. Okay.
When I read that, I thought maybe it was tight end premium or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Yeah.
Solid draft, Terry. Nice balance and correlation. It was a great draft. I really appreciate this a lot, dude. I really do. I'm going to stay tuned in and keep asking questions all night long. I love the vibe, brother. You're more than welcome to ask whatever you want, brother. We'll try to give you as many answers. I'm live Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Who Hames? What time are you live once again? And please subscribe to all of these guys because I respect all of these guys. These are the guys I get my fantasy football advice from, or try to pivot off of their fantasy football advice. Yeah, who Hames? Please let them know.
I go live 4 p.m. Central Time every Monday through Thursday. Take Fridays off. Saturdays hit or miss, but Sundays I start at 6:45 p.m. Central as well. I'm on YouTube. It is the name you see on the screen, Who Hames. That is it. Nothing fancy, no football involved. Just my name, or my nickname.
And I honestly, man, I love this guy's advice. He really is top notch, man. Sleez, please. And by the way, Javi Sleez is my business partner and everything. Sleez Bomb, the guy with the racquetball racket up there. Please let them know where he can find you.
Sleez Bomb, I go live same time as Who Haim. I used to go live later. Now I go live at 5 p.m. Eastern. I used to say 2 p.m., but I'm in Cali time. So 5 p.m. Eastern, Sleez Bomb, my mind is a weapon fantasy football show. I'll be out of town again this weekend, and then after this weekend is over, I'll be pumping content like crazy like last year.
Hell yeah, man. Jerry Backshaw says, hi, all. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you, man. Thanks for swinging by, brother. Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice, I like in the third. If you go Bijan McBride, that's a great call. I would prefer to go with I would go with Tyreek, honestly, over Rashee. But yeah, Javonte Williams or Ramondre this year, Javonte, but it's very close. Shout out to you, Jerry. I just can't get comfortable picking Chase over Bijan. History-wise, I know Bengals are lethal offensively, but historically speaking, Jamar won't be. It's not that he won't be good. I still think he'd be a top 3, top 5 wide receiver. It would be a disservice to say that, but the likelihood of him repeating as the wide receiver 1-2 years in a row is very slim. But if anybody has a scenario and situation to do so, it's him. I'm just not betting on him being the wide receiver 1. Last year was the year, and we smashed that bet. Good to see you, Who Hames. My dad subscribed and has done some drafts with you. He's getting addicted to basketball. Let's go. Stat nice. ATL, Billy Gableman, who will be joining us tomorrow live, guys. Billy Gableman's from the 1 week season. He's one of the better best ball minds on the planet. He literally gets paid to give best ball advice over on his YouTube channel 1 week season. It's great stuff. So I'm looking forward to picking his brain again. And I
would say one thing, Javi, is if it's an IRL league, if it's your boys, take the running back every time.
Hell yeah.
IRL leagues, the running backs always go. Don't follow any ADP. Don't follow Twitter posts. Don't follow what people rank out.
Yeah.
In-person leagues with your boys, the running backs get cooked.
Yeah. No Cap Max says, love y'all boys. See y'all tomorrow. No Cap, you have yourself a beautiful evening. Love you, buddy. Dad is Dr. Gableman. All right, cool. So we all gave that a good A. All right, let's look at Billy Gableman's draft here. It's an F for me because he took Trevor Lawrence, uncorrelated. Because he has backstacks, fucker. It's a backstabbing pick. And he has Patrick Mahomes. He has Patrick Mahomes here. 2.693. Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Derrick Henry, Travion Henderson. He went with a running back in the first 2 rounds. Travion Henderson, Zach Charbonnet, Jalen Wright, Brashard Smith correlated with Patrick Mahomes. And he got Blake Corum, Nico Collins, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Xavier Worthy, who I think is a top 10 wide receiver. Calvin Ridley, Jaden Reed, Rashad Bateman. This is not your strongest wide receiver room, but it's still good. Rashad Bateman, Pat Bryant, Michael Wilson, Jalen Royals, more correlation with Patrick Mahomes. Where's the back stack? Brenton Stranger. Ooh, good back stack. Tucker Kraft, Brenton Strange, Theo Johnson. F minus. What do you think, Sleez?
A minus.
Yeah, A minus. I actually really like that wide receiver room.
Yeah, it's an F for me because I'm very petty. I'm very petty.
I think Rashad Bateman's one of the most underrated basketball picks this year.
I agree. Like he goes to like 115. I would probably chase him up to like 99, like close, like not above Mooney, but up around Cooper Cup.
Bad Guys Official. We're going to parking lot this, but we will get to it after we get through the other lineups. This is a great question. We will parking lot this. We'll get back to it. We just want to get through the lineups, and then we'll just answer and hammer out all the questions, okay? Yeah, it's an IRL. All my buddies from church, and we get together for a league. There you go, man. God bless. Wide receiver weaker when you take Henry. Yeah, no kidding. All right, Latomski's in here. I didn't see Nick. Latomski goes 3-6-8-3. Justin Fields, Tua Tagovailoa, Jackson Dart, Bucky Irving, Tony Pollard, Quinshon Judkins, Austin Eckler, Taj Brooks, Woody Marks. I would have preferred he went with a seventh wide receiver here than a third quarterback, or seventh running back than a third quarterback. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, with Tua, I kind of like the third QB every time I see Tua. So I mean, I'm okay with it. He's dangerous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, no matter what. Tyreek Hill with Tua. Jameson Williams, Tedero McMillan, Stephon Diggs,
Nice.
Trey Harris, Alec Pierce, Deontay Johnson, David Njoku, Mike Gesicki, Mason Taylor. So Jackson Dart's also uncorrelated.
Yeah.
So
that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the whole being uncorrelated with that, it makes it a lot worse. I know he has a little rushing upside, but still, like,
I can rationalize. Yeah. I mean, did he get Mason? Yeah, he got Mason Taylor. So there's a micro stack there, and Justin Fields alone, just as a rusher, is a good pick. But what were you saying? Who?
Yeah, so like Jackson Dart, like I would have probably just thrown Joe Flacco if I wanted the third quarterback there. Like if you like, I know it's ugly, but you had two Browns, right? You have Deontay Johnson and David Njoku.
No Shadur over old man Flacco?
Wait, Anthony Richardson went undrafted too.
No, yeah. Then I probably would have just thrown out A Rich, but
yeah.
I am absolutely
out on. He went at the 102.
Oh, okay.
I would say the only problem, man, I don't like Tony Pollard at value. I think you're going to see a lot more Tyjae Spears. They've been talking about, like who Hames alluded to a couple streams ago, a couple weeks ago, the three-headed monster. It's going to be a rotational play out there. Tony Pollard's aging. I don't like him as your RB2 and at value. And then you got Quinshon, but we don't even know if he plays this year, if he plays again, or how long his suspension is. I think your running back room's really hurt. Just my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it relies on Judkins playing a lot of the season.
Says a lot.
Like a lot of my teams.
Yeah.
He's my most owned.
Samson's like my third most owned running back, which is great. Sleez goes 2-8-8-2. Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Devon Achane, Aaron Jones, Yikes, Dylan Sampson, Trey Benson, Will Shipley, DJ Giddens, Devin Neal. A lot of if with Aaron Jones, like what the narrative, even that you're all over because
I don't like Aaron Jones. That's all that was left.
Aaron Jones is injury prone, right? Sometimes you try to get a little bit different, but
that's why we cut 6 backups to make it to when he's hurt.
Yeah. Well, like Ray Davis, Sampson, especially if anything happens to Aaron Jones with the health situation that you're terrified of, you're going to need a lot of things to go right.
I mean, I got Trey Benson for Connor, who's injury crazy. Will Shipley for Saquon, who just had 9,000 touches.
Yeah.
DJ Giddens for Jonathan Taylor, who's hurt every single year for 4+ games. It's not bad. Devin Neal with Kamara being old.
There's a world where it can hit. Honestly, there's a world where it can hit, but it's just your floor isn't there. Your ceiling is. Your floor isn't. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, but I mean the ceiling is win this, right? Puka, Chris Olave, Jerry Jeudy, Darnell Mooney, Brandon Ayuk, Hollywood Brown, De'Ami Brown, Elijah Moore. So wait. Purdy and Ayuk. I love that you're starting to get a little bit more Ayuk because I can't get enough. And George Kittle. And then no correlation with Josh Allen other than Ray Davis.
Elijah Moore, but I got sniped 1 pick away on Kincaid and 1 pick away on Josh Palmer.
What about Samuel?
What do you mean?
What about Curtis Samuel?
I like Elijah Moore more than Curtis Samuel.
Okay. What do you grade this, Hames?
I say like a B. I've definitely seen better from him. Like he knows it.
Yep, I know. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
yeah,
anything. I don't like it.
Yeah,
This is like B- for me as well.
So the one thing about basketball that doesn't get brought up enough is like hits matter way more than misses. So like if any of those running backs are hits, this team goes from like it goes to a decent team like pretty quickly. Like let's say Jonathan Taylor goes out for 8 weeks, week 1 or something, like instantly it's so much better. But
you don't like Dylan Sampson as the RB3?
I'm avoiding that entire situation until we get clarification.
Clarity.
Because I don't like, even let's say Judkins is suspended for the year. How high do you think Sampson goes up? Like, let's just say that he doesn't sign.
I think
I'd say the 90s.
Go higher than 154.
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah, I think he'd go higher than 154 because he is so explosive and so good. I think the real question for that, like what you're asking, I think it would be better to see what would happen with Jerome Ford's value, because if his value gets even more inflated, he becomes the biggest avoid for me in fantasy football. I know Sleez is going to say otherwise, but I'm sticking to my guns on that one. All right, they don't call me Big Draft Energy because I draft poorly. They call me Big Draft Energy because we get into situations with people at the grocery store. My man tried to size me up. It was crazy. All right, so I go with a 2-8-7-3 build here. I don't think I like my tight end room, but I also love this draft. I got Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers. Sleez, you first. How do you feel about the quarterback room, roster construction wise? Do you think I should have gone with a third?
I think you should have gone with a third.
Who, Hames?
Yeah.
Okay. I considered it, but I also then said budget because
But Dak Prescott, I think he's going to go nuclear. He just has a tough schedule to start, but after that,
I was
he should go
banking on Fields to fall back to me at the 99th overall. I pushed him for Travis Etienne because I was hurting at running back. It didn't happen. I was going to go with 3. And then Trevor Lawrence is somebody else who I wanted. I just wasn't going to push it. If both of these guys outperform their ADP significantly, this lineup is really predicated on what they do. Joe Mixon, Caleb Johnson, Travis Etienne, Jalen Warren. I double tapped Caleb and Jalen Warren to also go with Aaron Rodgers. I got Ramondre, Braylon, Miles Sanders, so correlation with Miles Sanders and Dak Prescott, and Miles Sanders might be the guy there. Is what Miles Sanders is going to be the running back in Dallas. Jarquez Hunter as well. Guys, Miles Sanders will be the running back for Dallas. That's what I'm saying.
I'm avoiding it at all costs, but it's going to be a rotation either way. But
Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, more correlation there with Aaron Rodgers. We also got George Pickens to go with Dak Prescott. We got Alec Aomanor and Adonai Mitchell. I considered Roman Wilson. I just wanted to spread it out a little bit more and go with a different team. Isaiah Likely, Jake Ferguson, more correlation with Dak Prescott, and then Jatavian Sanders. Correlation, this is a fucking A+. Roster construction is debatable. This is one of my favorite drafts I've ever done because I don't get a lot of Garrett Wilson and T. Higgins. So
you should get more.
Whenever I'm contrarian, I tend to love the draft more because it's just obviously different builds for me. I love this draft for me, but I'll let you please be honest. Chat, YouTube, be honest. Break this down for me. How did I do? YouTube Mount Matumba. I want to know if this one sucked.
I'm going B+ because Joe Mixon. I see you got the value.
Then yours is a C because I was just being nice. I'm kidding. Please.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
I like that Joe Mixon fell, but I'm really invested in Joe Mixon this year. I don't like the Pittsburgh double tap. I like that you get the stack for it. ETN is starting to gain value. Ramondre, Braylon. I think he could have stopped at Braylon or Miles, but that's fine. I like Jarquez Hunter too. Your week 10, you got 3 week 10 wide receivers. So you're rolling out Wilson, BTJ, and Metcalf. That's fine. This is obviously a stud top 5, all home run hitters. I love the tight end because I love Likely. It's just the Aaron Rodgers, Dak. It's very scary.
Yeah.
It's very scary. Besides that, it's great.
I say it's a B plus. I just think kind of what he said. One of the running backs should have been a third quarterback in my eyes. Like, and really any of them, like any of them from Ramondre all the way down. Like it didn't matter. Like just any of them pretty much that could have been correlated. I don't know where does Daniel Jones go in these rooms?
Around 18.
Not 18, something like that. Like,
But here's mine, right? What if Daniel Jones isn't the guy that's Anthony Richardson?
I mean, yeah, but what if it is Daniel Jones?
No, I mean, there's a world where it's not Daniel Jones. This is that world where it's not Daniel Jones.
Yeah, true.
Listen, I don't like boosting my drafts. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm going to take note that draft number 66. I think this one has a lot of promise. I'm very.
I love how you attack wide receiver and then stopped and then took just 2 shots at the end. Like that is exactly how that's supposed to be done. Then you just had a block of running backs there.
Yeah.
So by the way, I went through and looked at the top 10 drafters, like, because we were talking about the quarterbacks. 2 of the top 10 was only 2 quarterbacks. 7 of the top 10 were 3 quarterback builds, and there was a 4 quarterback build in the top 10 last year on drafters.
Yep.
And then I think it was 3 more. I think I counted right. I think it was 3. So 5 total, all the way down to 20 was 2 quarterback builds. All of them pretty much was some combination of Burrow, Mayfield, right? Because that's what you needed.
Yeah.
And like if it was 2 quarterbacks. So I'm actually not a big believer in DK Metcalf, Rodgers at all this year. So like I have a hard time. Like, so if I liked them more, like if that second one was like Bryce Young, which that's just a player take thing. But like if that one was a little better in my eyes, I would have probably loved the draft. So like if you love Rodgers, like I fully understand why you would love the draft.
Oh, I'm in love with his value. I think he's going to give you positive ROI. You're going to get a lot of games where he does nothing, but I'm also anticipating Dak is going to be great. But there's going to be certain games where Aaron Rodgers is going to put up 30, 40 fantasy points, and DK Metcalf is going to be the main beneficiary there. And all the other weeks when he's not doing it, it's going to be that running game. So Bad Guys Official, we said we were going to parking lot this. We're going to get to it now. Sleez will go with you first, then we'll go with Huhames after that, and then I'll wrap it up. Can you give me the arguments for Hill and Rice? I think they are both going to disappoint this year. That's Tyreek Hill, please.
Tyreek Hill is going to disappoint. The only way Tyreek Hill disappoints is if he gets injured or he gets arrested. I mean, let's just be real. Rashee Rice, I know people are worried about the injuries, but you got to realize it was an LCL, not an ACL, which doesn't affect your career as much. The guy was averaging wide receiver 2 numbers last year at 22.7 or something a game, I believe, till he went down. I know it was a short sample size. I know they have Xavier Worthy now more as a gadget player, and Hollywood Brown's back, and Travis Kelce last dance. I get all that, but Rashee Rice is going to lead them in targets. He's just too good.
Yeah. Rice was he was so undefendable last year. Like
crazy.
Absolutely undefendable. He's the one that's going to take all the red zone targets whenever they can. He will be the number 1 target there for Mahomes. That doesn't mean that Worthy can't get there. Like that doesn't mean anything with that. But like I absolutely think that Rashee Rice had a nut pace. Like everybody talk about Godwin's pace. Rashee Rice's was higher.
It's crazy.
Which still wasn't as high as Jamar Chase finished, which is nuts. But Tyreek Hill, like we seen it 2 years ago. Like that's the whole thing. Like I don't want to be completely out. Like I actually won't be at 8% on Hill, but like I don't want to full fade somebody who just 2 years ago had like one of the best seasons we've seen. Right, like he was nutty 2 years ago.
I mean, I'm a big fan of historical trends and following the historical trends every other year. Tua Tagovailoa breaks fantasy football, and so do all of his receiving targets. This is the other year.
Yeah,
makes sense, right? Rashee Rice, I'm a little bit more hesitant because unlike Sleez, The LCL, I'm kind of a little bit more concerned about. Obviously, what Rashee Rice did last year was spectacular prior to the injury in the friendly fire situation, but I'm invested in Xavier Worthy because Xavier Worthy's healthy and he's way more explosive. I think the volume will be there, and there's going to be weeks where Rashee Rice is going to be good, but I also think he's probably the biggest trap at ADP as well. He's one of those major avoid scenarios and players for me. So yeah, I'm just not doing that. But Tyreek Hill, I'm willing to invest and take shots, and I wouldn't be shocked if I'm at 10, 15% by the end of the season in best ball. Great question though.
Yeah.
All right. Trade question: PPR Dynasty, Genty or Hampton and Trey Harris? Genty. Like, listen, man. I fucking hate Genty with a passion, but in Dynasty, it's Genty until otherwise, man.
Especially
you can
PPR.
get almost 5 firsts for Genty right now. Let's be real.
Yeah. It's Latomsky. Okay. All right. Javi says, when I mocked taking Bijan at the 102 and Trey McBride at the 211, I ended up with wide receivers in the third, like DK, JSN, Devontae, Zay Flowers. I hate them all except JSN. I would say I don't hate any of them personally. I kind of like all of them in like that range of wide receiver personally.
Then just take another running back.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, and he's Bad Guys Official says, Javi, you have to remember that redraft tends to run RB heavier than best ball. Home leagues aren't drafting for volume like we do. True. Sleez too early with the second QB taking Purdy in the 10th. Allen Lamar, you gotta wait. So you will probably be surprised with the wide receivers that fall. So if I'm drafting RB first and tight end second, if I'm able to get Trey to fall to me, how many rounds in a row am I picking wide receivers? 3 rounds in a row. I would say if you have 2 quarterbacks that you're comfortable with, I'm okay with that. In redraft, I know it works more in 10s, but if you're around the bend, especially first or second round, I really like going with the ones. I love going with the ones and then taking BPA and building off of that and just getting good overall depth. But having the ones at every position in redraft format, especially around the bend, it's so much easier to do, and you have so much more security everywhere. Bad Guys Official, I agree. I know it's going to be completely different when the time to draft comes. By the way, Javi, what we just did was not a mock draft. It's a real money draft. It's like a best ball tournament. I don't know if you're familiar with best ball. I've been arguing that same thing. Who aims on these streets around RB rooms? Depends on format. The more flex positions you have, the more wide receivers you draft in general. Training camp's not even open yet. Lots of time for injuries. Steady Tail, what do you think, Mike? Disco would like the build better with Lawrence. Room needs a third. Fuck you. You sniped me on Lawrence, you piece of shit. Room needs a third quarterback. Prefer Richardson. I will say that. I like that you tried something creative with your build. Hardly ever see you start wide receivers. Well, you don't draft with me enough, my friend. We do that quite often. Disco, hope you had a great stream, boys. It was a fun one, man. Good to see you, Mossy. Thanks for swinging by. Gave feedback above, would have waited on second quarterback. Okay. How do we feel about Kyler Murray this year? I got faith in the dude. LOL. Where are you from, Javi?
I don't have a lot of faith in Kyler.
I mean, I'll take him at ADP, but I'm making sure that I have another good quarterback too. Not just for you, Sleez, but you absolutely, under no circumstance, should take only one quarterback through the first 4 rounds.
I went for the onesie start.
Yeah. BK says, Calvin Austin, what's your ownership on Austin?
There's a world where Nakua, H, Kittle, and Allen could all be number 1 at their position. Come on.
We're being asked what our exposure on Calvin Austin is. Okay, so Justin the main.
A lot.
I don't think I have a heck of a lot. I think around 5% maybe. I lied. 11% of the main. I have 11% of the main for Calvin Austin.
4%, 12 shares.
Yeah. Not just for uses. Okay, Disco. Dallas is thinking of trading Sanders. What? What's Sanders?
Miles.
No. Oh, Miles. Okay.
Yes.
I'm still learning a lot about fantasy. LOL. This is my 3rd or 4th year, so I don't know what BPA is. Okay, BPA is best player available, or any of that gibberish you just said. I'm generally trying to learn and be the best in my league. Well, sir, if you look in the description, Sleece, can you send me the link right now?
Yep.
If you look in the description, we actually have a Patreon where we help people. Like we have a fantasy football help Patreon here. It's called The Guys. It's run by myself and Sleez. And I'll just post it here in the comments. And then Sleez will go over what we do and what we provide there. And I'll just pull up this. So this is The Guys Patreon. If any of you are watching, it's very affordable, and the price is only going to go up when people start really cashing in huge. Just let me pull this down. And then here, just go ahead, Sleez.
So you get Discord access, top tier, obviously get cell phone access to us. That's different. You get live chat with us anytime, trade talk, dynasty rankings, every dynasty player there is, redraft top 200, our pick'em locks, our DFS tertiary plays. Then you'll get different slips. The more if you pay $10 or $20, we'll give you 3 picks, 5 picks, or cards. One-on-one trade talk, best ball strategies. The BDE draft guide is out. And then the big thing for you on the redraft side is when you're on the clock, you can come in there and say you're on the clock. Who would we advise you to pick? What strategy we'd build out for your team? And you could also pay us to draft with you as well if you want.
Yeah. So like there's that option, and then just keep coming in here, keep learning, and it's not just you're learning from the people here on the panel. This chat is one of the sharpest chats in fantasy football, and I'm very proud of that. You guys, I learn a lot from you guys on a daily basis. Okay, fair enough. 4% is too low for his ADP. Yeah, definitely don't have 4. Javi, I would try to push tight end to 3rd round. The guy picking at 1 will need wide receiver if he's starting off with Saquon. I think he'll take a tight end. I don't think he'll take a tight end. That's great advice, Bones. I don't think you'll have to force wide receivers as early as wide receivers like Olave available later, and rookies with high upside falling more and more. This is great. And you'll be in the same boat. Go RB, wide receiver, tight end. Yeah, get all ones if you're sold on McBride. So Trey McBride is going to be a top 15 fantasy football player. That's his floor. Just remember McBride had 4 TDs last year. He's going to triple that. Okay, cool. How much is it to be in hit the Discord during my chat? $5. $5. It's all in the Patreon. All right, Bing King. Quick question. What players are you guys looking forward to rising or falling in the next month that will benefit your drafts? Dylan Sampson. He's going to rise for sure.
Well, that's given.
Quentin
I guess you'd have to wait for the injuries.
Yeah,
Quentin Johnson's going to rise a heck of a lot. And honestly,
I think Jarquez Hunter is going to rise.
I love that.
I actually have too much of him right now because I believe that I just believe that he's going to have a role. I believe he's going to have a role in the passing game on that team. So,
if Kyren gets his extension of 4 years, what 80 million, whatever it's going to be, how do we feel then?
I feel like it still wouldn't address his lack of explosion in his dependence on touchdowns.
And that's what the Coach Speak Index was talking about whenever they drafted them, how they wanted to add explosives to their run game.
I'll give you one that's going to go up with no injury that I need to get more of is Xavier Leggett.
Yeah.
Honestly, with training camp around the corner, and I know I've been sprinkling this name in, especially for dynasties and deeper bench leagues. Now that Marcus Yarns is a free agent and there's a bunch of running back scenarios that are, kind of up in the air, I think there's going to be a home for Marcus Yarns, and Marcus Yarns is going to be significant. He's a great hold, in my opinion, and his value will only go up the moment. Say Quinshon Judkins is out for the year and Yarns goes to Cleveland. That's a fucking smash place. Say Isaiah Pacheco isn't right, Yarns goes to KC. That's a smash place. Say Tracy or any injuries happen, Yarns is a
Scattaboo, baby.
It's a scam Scatabo. Get the fuck out of here. In PPR, yes. Bones, he was one of the best tight ends. Hell yeah, PPR, and it is PPR. Ricky Purcell, I'm still betting on Brandon Ayuk, man, because I'm telling you right now, the moment news breaks that Brandon Ayuk is going to be ready week 1, y'all are going to wish you bought him at this incredibly low ADP, and his ADP continues to drop. So once he's ready week 1, once he's participating in training camp, once he's good to go, especially with the Juwan Jennings drama, his ADP is going to skyrocket. He's going to be a 6th, 7th round pick. It's going to go all the way up there, and he get your Ayuk now.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Yes, sir.
Why are you in on Ayuk and out on Diggs?
Younger talent. When you're a younger athlete,
that's true.
you are
'Cause-
more inclined to recover from a significant knee injury at a quicker and rapid pace and be quicker and faster to production. Do I think he's going to be productive off the rip? No, I think he's going to need a good ramp up, but you are getting him right now as the wide receiver 6, 7 in a lot of these lineups, and you're still getting a lot of other productive positions along with that. I can't say that is going to be the same when we get closer to the end of August and we find out that Brandon Ayuk is healthy and ready to go. I think your chance to get that good late push, especially with their very advantageous schedule, it's there. I mean, Robert Kraft was interviewed, I think, by Gronkowski and Julian Edelman recently, and he's like, "How do you feel about Diggs? You know, he's a rapper." First thing Kraft says, "Well, we got to see how his knee holds up." Robert Kraft, the owner of your fucking team, is concerned about your knee. Right? I'm not concerned about Ayuk's knee because he's young, explosive, elite talent. Diggs is older, cokehead. So, I mean, there's a major difference there.
They were different injuries too, though. It wasn't
one was a
Ayuk's,
major
two-
double tear.
Yeah, and the other one was.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm betting on Ayuk a little more.
I was just curious. Like I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
I mean,
I like Diggs way more, so I'm on him side, even though
no, I think
I
both
can
of
see
them.
the
Are,
Ayuk argument.
I think both of I think Diggs is a smash at ADP. I think Ayuk is fine at ADP like now because he's starting to go in the late
Yeah, but
90s.
what if they
now,
go?
close
He's
to
out till
100.
week 8, like some of the reports say. Then you're fucked.
No, then you're still getting him at the same fucking value.
Yeah, but then you got week 8, then you got a 4-week ramp up, then you finally get him for week 13.
No, if he's at
I
week
hope he
8,
blasts
he's
through.
ramped up. He's just not in playing shape.
It also matters on your team. If he's your wide receiver 5 or 6, if he's your wide receiver 3, you're probably done.
You're
but yeah.
Definitely. Persall, I'm going to say Hampton will rise.
Yeah,
like crazy. He already is. Ayuk broken and Jennings wants out. This is a great callback, guys. Really is a good guy.
Yeah. Pearsall was actually on my thumbnail today.
Was he?
Yeah.
I like Persall a lot.
Yeah.
Like last year, I used to anytime I draft Ricky, I would yell Ricky like Boys in the Hood. It's not Boys in the Hood.
Drinking your juice in the hood.
No, it's Boys. It's not Boys in the Hood.
Boys
the
in
one
the
with the one with Ice Cube
is Ricky.
Yeah, that was Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
I always yell Ricky like he was about to get shot. And I did that the entire offseason prior to him getting shot. And when he got shot, I stopped.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I was like, Ricky, you know?
Yeah.
It was Boys. Yeah, I always did that. And then that was weird. That's too rich for my blood, Bink. Yeah, I'm miserable as a Niners fan right now. We have 0 wide receivers. Sleez, why don't you let them know who your team is, buddy?
Bang, bang, Niner gang, bro.
Why don't you just show them some of the fucking bullshit nonsense you have in the background?
Niner everything.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking egregious. Yeah, so Sleez loves his Niners. Bink, I wonder who your team is. Or not Bink, who? I don't have faith in Persall. Yeah. I wouldn't say I don't have faith in him. I think he's worth a shot. My fantasy team was named after him. Get Ricky or die trying.
Ricky's going to have a big year, Hobby. Big year. Especially if Jennings is gone by now.
All right. Fantasy football dads. Which fantasy football dad is that?
So
I'm gonna say the disco call. He goes to Arizona.
Well,
who?
I think based on today's events, like maybe he just ends up back where he wanted to go.
Chargers?
Back home with Chargers.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even ask the question. You guys are already answering it. I'm just curious which fantasy football that is. Hey fellas, can you see Keenan Allen ending up anywhere realistically?
Same guy from yesterday.
I would say it's Arizona Cardinals. That is the best possible landing spot. Why I'm not drafting any Michael Wilson whatsoever. And then I'm also going to say the New England Patriots right after that.
Well, he said he wants to stay warm weather Chargers LA. He wants to stay in home. So I mean that's probably
Arizona makes sense. What if he shakes it up and goes to Vegas?
Waste. Where he wants to play. He wants to play for a contender at the end of his career. Come on.
Red and gold till I'm dead and cold, baby. Bang bang. Weirdo gang. I'd take him in San Francisco. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for the show. Who Hames, thank you for joining us. Sleez, always a pleasure. Thank you for the raid earlier today. Chat, you guys were absolutely spectacular. You guys are on top of it. Guys, listen. Hold on. I think we need to listen. Okay. We'll put me here in the middle. Listen. Nobody's fucking ready like we're ready right now for fantasy football and to win your fucking leagues. Lock in with all three of us. We're all live Monday to Friday. These guys even do weekends from time to time. We are fucking locked. We are loaded. We are ready to win you your fantasy football leagues. Continue to support us and we'll continue to take you guys to the promised land. Last year, we helped hundreds of people make their fantasy football playoffs, and we helped a bunch of people. I want to say 26. That's the number we have. 26 people win their fantasy football championships. This year, we are looking to repeat what we did and amplify that significantly. Ride with us and we'll take care of you. I promise you that. I promise you that we'll take care of you guys. Not just, with the preseason rankings and the drafts, but once your drafts are ready and done, you need to figure out who to start. We got our sit-start shows in the season. We got our pick'em locks. We got our betting. We got our DFS plays. Everything you guys need, we got you. Subscribe to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Who Hames YouTube channel. Subscribe to my brother Sleez Bomb's YouTube channel. If you guys really need that extra advice, we got the guys' Patreon. We are locked and loaded, guys. There's going to be a bunch of content dropping from all three of us. Get ready to fucking win this year. Until next time, which is tomorrow night on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Who Hames at, I want to say 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sleez at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace.